good morning. This is Today in Parliament with me, Aishwarya Kapoor. Here are the Parliament headlines. Rajya Sabha to discuss Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2019. Resolution seeking extension of President's rule in the state also listed in the day's business. Upper House to also discuss Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Bill 2019. Bill to be moved for consideration and passing by Ayush Minister Shripad Yesso Naik. Bill amends the Homeopathy Central Council Act 1973. And Lok Sabha to discuss the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers' Cadre Bill 2019. Bill aimed at filling up of more than 7,000 existing vacancies by direct recruitment as per the new quota system. First up, a look at the important bills that are lined up in today's agenda in the Upper House. Well, the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2019 will be moved for consideration and passing in the Rajya Sabha today. The bill was passed by Lok Sabha by a voice vote on Friday, and it will be moved by Home Minister Amit Shah in the Rajya Sabha. Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2019 amends the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Act 2004 and replaces an ordinance issued by the government. The Act provides for reservation in important admission and appointment in state institutions for the SCs, STs and OBCs. It also includes persons residing in areas adjoining the international border within the ambit of reservation. And Amit Shah will also move a resolution seeking extension of President's rule in Jammu and Kashmir for another 6 months, beginning 3rd of July. The resolution was also passed in the Lok Sabha last week. And the Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Bill 2019 is also listed in today's agenda of the Upper House. The bill was passed by the Lok Sabha on Thursday. And this bill amends the Homeopathy Central Council Act 1973, and it extends the period for the reconstitution of the Central Council from an existing period of 1 year to 2 years. And Ayush Minister Shripad Yesso Naik will move the bill. Let's go across to our colleague Kriti Mishra, who is joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, Jammu and Kashmir will be the focus of attention now with the bills affecting the future of the state going to be discussed in the Rajya Sabha. Of course, Amit Shah will be moving the resolution to extend the President's rule in the state and also another bill that has been passed by Lok Sabha, the J&K Reservation Act 2004, will be tabled in the Rajya Sabha today.
Well, absolutely, Aishwarya. So it's an extremely important day in the Upper House today, and the BJP has issued whip to its members. Remember, Home Minister Amit Shah will move resolution to extend President's rule in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, Aishwarya, Governor's rule was imposed in Jammu and Kashmir on June 20th, 2018, after the State Assembly was in suspended animation, after the Mehbooba Mufti government was reduced to minority, after the BJP withdrew support. So under Article 92 of the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir, the governor's rule cannot be extended. So the governor has recommended imposition of President's rule. The term of President's rule is ending on 2nd July. Therefore, this resolution is extremely important. The government has already clarified that it is ready to hold elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir as and when the Election Commission decides. And also the fact that simultaneous elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir could not be held along with the Lok Sabha elections because of security concerns. So a very important resolution would be moved by Home Minister Amit Shah. There's also another important bill, which is the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill. This bill seeks to amend the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Act 2004 and Rules 2005 to provide reservation to people living near the areas of international border at par with the people living in the near the actual line of control. So certainly a very important bill, these two important bills in the Rajya Sabha, and the focus would be on Jammu and Kashmir. And there's another important bill, which is the Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Bill, that would be moved by Ayush Minister. So important bills in the Rajya Sabha today. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. Very important day in Rajya Sabha today, and both Congress and BJP have issued whip to their members to be present in the House today. Stay with us, Kriti. We'll just come back to you. Let us also now discuss the bills that are going to be tabled in the Lok Sabha. Well, Union Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank will move for consideration and passing the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers' Cadre Bill 2019 today. Now, this bill aims to fill up more than 7,000 existing vacancies by direct recruitment in accordance with the new quota system. And this bill will replace the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers' Cadres Ordinance 2019. It was introduced in the Lok Sabha last week. And also, the Dentist Amendment Bill 2019 is listed in today's agenda for consideration and passing. Now, this bill amends the Dentists Act 1948. The amendment will help restructure the dental councils, and the representation of the central government members and the elected members would no longer be made mandatory in the dental councils. This bill was also introduced in the Lok Sabha last week. All right, let's go back to Kriti Mishra joining us live from Parliament. Kriti, as far as Lok Sabha is concerned, again, a very important day in Lok Sabha as well, because there's going to be discussion on bill that provides for the university and colleges to be considered as a unit for providing reservation instead of a department or a subject. Of course, that bill is going to come up for discussion. And also the Dentist Amendment Bill that seeks to make the Dental Council of India more effective going to be discussed.
That's right, Aishwarya. So important bills are lined up in the Lok Sabha as well. The one restoring the roster 200-point roster system that has been the long-standing demand, and we've seen several protests also. So this Central Educational Institution Reservation in Teachers' Cadre would be moved in the Lok Sabha. There's also the Dentist Amendment Bill to reduce the redundancy in the Dentist Council and also to improve the efficiency of the dentist councils in India. So certainly important bills lined up in the lower house today as well. Aishwarya?
Right, Kriti. Thank you so much for all those updates there. We'll keep coming back to you in the subsequent bulletins for all the Parliament-related news. And following ministers will lay papers on the table in the Lok Sabha today. Dharmendra Pradhan for the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Santosh Kumar Gangwar for the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Prahlad Singh Patel for the Ministry of Culture. Fagan Singh Kulaste for the Ministry of Steel. Dhotre Sanjay Shamrao for the Ministry of Human Resource Development. And Anurag Singh Thakur for the Ministry of Finance. And also, Nirmala Sitharaman will make a statement today regarding the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in the 58th report of the Standing Committee on Finance on Demands for Grants 2018-19 pertaining to the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. And Secretary General is also going to report a message from Rajya Sabha regarding the Special Economic Zones Amendment Bill 2019. And following ministers will lay papers on the table in the Rajya Sabha today. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar for the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Minister of State Arjun Ram Meghwal for the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Minister of State Anurag Thakur will lay on the table CAG report of the Department of Revenue, Indirect Taxes, Central Excise and Service Tax for the year ended March 2018. And Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will make a statement regarding status of implementation of recommendations contained in the Parliamentary Standing Committee report on finance on demands for grants for 2018-19 pertaining to the Department of Revenue in the Ministry of Finance. That's it in this edition of Today in Parliament. Do stay tuned. The proceedings of the Rajya Sabha are going to commence in just a while. Thanks for watching.